Mika Chanel's just saying. Alright, y'all. This is the season finale of I was about to say Housewives. No. This is the season finale of season 2 of If Loving You Is Wrong. And if loving you is wrong, I don't want to be right, okay? This episode starts off where we left off last week with Randall banging on the dang door over at Alex and Brad's house, banging on the door like he was a damn Wells Fargo about to come repossess the dang house, about to put a foreclosed sign up in the yard or something. You know, he just banging on the door like he owned it. So Brad comes to the door and he like, look, get off my damn property. Get off my property. You better get up off my property. You know what I'm saying? He comes out. I was like, dang, what are you about to do? I thought he was about to, steal off on him or whatever. But he just like pushed him a little bit, and then Randall's like, okay, I'm off, man, I'm off. But it's not her fault. It's not, you know what I'm saying? It's not her fault. I'm the one that was pursuing her, and she was trying to resist, and I'm the one that was going after her and chasing her all this time or whatever. So, you know what I'm saying? And Brad is just like standing there looking at him. So then Marcy, because Marcy had followed him out of the house last week, if y'all saw, when she had followed him out of the house or whatever. Anyway, so Marcy is like standing right there on the lawn. And she's like, you still defending her? You still want to defend this bitch? You still want to defend her? Oh my God. Like she was like, I just cannot believe that you're defending her right now. And all this and all that. Like she was just like going on and on. And then he like tried to get her. He's like, Marcy, just go back in the house, Marcy. Go back in the house or whatever. And then she was just like, no, I'm gonna tell the whole neighborhood about you or whatever. So she just started yelling out, hey, do y'all know my husband was sleeping with Alex and he was sleeping with her in my house and in her house and probably in your house too. And like he picks her up and like is trying to carry her back to the house and get her inside or whatever so she can be quiet. And she just starts yelling out to the whole neighborhood. But I don't think anybody was outside. I don't know, but if it would have been my neighborhood, I would have been peeking my head at least out the window trying to listen to see what's going on. So I'm sure somebody up in the neighborhood heard. But anyways, it was just really crazy, right? Like, I really thought Brad was about to do something when he came out, because last time he came out, he knocked shit out of Randall, put him on his ass, okay? And no, but he didn't do all that this time. He just, just was like, get off my property. So anyway, so then it goes over to Natalie's house. Natalie is Natalie, Joey, and Lucian. And they're like in the living room talking about the drive-by or whatever, the shootout. And Joy is just sitting there, and Joy is just like looking so remorseful, right? Because he feels like it's his fault because he thinks that they were shooting at Lucian. He thinks that Quan set it up because Joey stole the money from Quan, and so he thinks that that's why the drive-by happened or whatever. And so he's like, Quan set it up, and then they were like, what do you mean? And he was like, he wanted me to call Lucian, he came up to the burger joint, he wanted me to call Lucian and whatever. And so Lucian was like, it's not your fault. Whatever happened, it's not your fault, so don't think it's your fault. And he was just like, I'm so sorry. So he looking so remorseful, So he goes on back into the bedrooms, and so it's just Natalie and Lucian up in the front or whatever. And Natalie's like, you have to quit your job. You have to quit. You know what I'm saying? Because they're trying to kill you. He was trying to kill you. You have to quit your job. So I'm thinking all this time, like, okay, why is she telling him to quit his job when he's a police officer? If she's thinking that, what Joey said is true, we all know it's not. But anyways, I'm gonna get to that in a second. But look, so she's thinking that what Joey said is true, that Quan is after him because he stole the money. I'm like, so if they don't even respect him as a police officer, I mean, at least he got a little bit more protection as a police officer than if he quit his job, you know what I'm saying? And just walking around as a regular Joe around the street if somebody is after him, right? That's what I would think. But anyway, she's sitting here like, oh, you gotta quit, And he's like, look, they weren't shooting at me. They were shooting at Ed. And she like looking all confused, and he was like, I didn't get hit. They were aiming at Eddie. And she was just, kind of gave him like this little dumb look. And then she's like, did you do this? She's like, did you set this up? Did you pay somebody to come and do this? Because remember when you had said that you was going to take care of things? Is that what you meant? And so he's like, you don't know me by now. If you don't know me by now, bitch, you'll never ever know me. Y'all, I'm like geeked up because this episode and this dang vodka and orange juice got me on 10 right now. Anyways, so So he's like, you don't know me by now, you know what I'm saying? You know I would never do anything like that. Why would you even ask me that? And she's like, I do know you, but you know what I'm saying? You did say you was gonna take care of it. So what's up? So yeah, so anyways, he's like, no, it wasn't me, but they were clearly aiming at him or whatever. And then he was like, you know, trying to like, you know, brighten the mood or whatever. He was like, yeah, when you came about to check on me, I saw love in your eyes, you know what I'm saying? And she just was like, oh boy, please. And he's like, I know you love me. So she finally broke down and told the man that she loved him or whatever, which is like, it seemed like it was like killing her to do it. But I mean, I guess I understand if she must have been hurt a whole bunch of times or whatever, you know? So she's a little cautious, but she's still a little annoying to me, y'all. You know how I feel about Natalie. She's just really, not that it's just when it comes to Lucian, she's annoying. And when it comes to like her son, she just gets on my last. I don't know, she's just annoying all around, kind of, sort of. She's just so bitter about things. But she broke down and she dropped her walls and she told him she loved him and he was happy. And then she kept saying it over and over or whatever. And he was like, you know, she was just basically like, you know, I'm scared. And he was like, I know you are, but I love you too. And it's going to work out. You know what I'm saying? So that was really a nice scene. You know, I'm glad that they finally wrapped that story up for the season. You know what I'm saying? I didn't want it to just be going off into season 3, y'all, in limbo. You know, go ahead and wrap that up. Because we already know she was in love with him. We knew they were going to get together. So I'm glad that it finally happened. I'm glad that she let her walls down some. Because she really, really needs to. Okay, girl? You do not have to be Superwoman 24/7. Okay? Sometimes you better, like, lean on that man and let him be Superman. Alright, that's what the hell they built for. We ain't built for that all the time. Just let you know. Okay. Anyways. Marcy goes over to Kelly's house. She like, you know, as soon as she walk up in there, she like, I want to know what happened last night with Travis. You know, she was like, I saw his car here all night. And then Kelly trying to play it all shy, like all coy, like, nah, his car, he wasn't here all night. He left like 4 or 5 in the morning. And, you know, Marcy's like, that's all night, you know. And she was like, well, how did it go or whatever? And, oh, hey, my eyelash. Sorry, y'all. My eyelash or something. All right. Anyways, and then she was like, girl, it was like we had never broken up. Oh, my God. And Marcy's like, are you okay? What are you going to do? And she was like, girl, child, please. He the one that left up out of here sucking his thumb. Okay, I'm going to be okay. So anyway, so, you know, they flipped the subject. They started talking about her candles or whatever. But that's not part. So then they flipped the subject to, Kelly was just like, you know, so how are things going in your house or whatever? And she was like, girl, things are not going, just not going good. You know what I'm saying? And, she's just like, he doesn't respect me at all, like not in the least bit. He does not respect me, and so he won't sign a divorce paper. So I'm gonna go ahead and just go look for an apartment today. You know what I'm saying? Because I just can't live with him anymore. And so Kelly's just like, oh no, you know, I'm so sorry. And Marcy's like, let me tell you what happened last night, girl. So she starts telling Kelly, you know what I'm saying, about what happened with, you know what I'm saying, Randall going over to Brad and Alex's house, you know, after hearing the argument or whatever. So she starts telling him that. She's like, you know, he just doesn't respect me. But she's just like, you know what, Kelly, you were there for me from the beginning. Like, you had my back. I really appreciate that. You know what I'm saying? And I know it can be easy because you're also Alex's friend. And Kelly's like, look, I'm your friend and I'm Alex's friend. You know what I'm saying? But I'm always going to keep it real with both of y'all. Okay? Alex knows that she is wrong. And, like, there's no denying that Alex is wrong. But at the same time, I know you're hurting, so I'm going to be here for you as well. You know what I'm saying? You know? And so as she's saying that, somebody knocks at her door. So she goes over to her door, and who is it? It's Alex. Oh my God. Surprise, surprise. Anyway, so Alex comes walking in the door. But like, before Kelly can say anything or say, oh, hey, you know, Marcy's over there. You know what I mean? Alex just starts going in. Like, you know, she's like, Randall just will not leave me alone. He will not stop calling me. Oh my God. And then he came over my house last night. And then Brad was like, and then he told me that he slept with Marcy. And then like, as she said that, she saw Marcy. And Marcy's like, hi, bitch. Marcy is killing me. Okay, I think she might be. I was liking Esperanza in the first season, but she kind of really getting on my nerves this season. Especially, she really just got on my last nerve with this whole Alex, Randall, whole like little affair thing, and how she, you know what I'm saying? It's just. I just don't like the way she's acting, and I don't like the way that they're treating Marcy. I just feel like they're not treating her right, but I talked about that in my other blog, so I'm not gonna talk about it tonight. Anyways, but yeah, so she was like, Marcy was like, bye, bitch. It's so much. Okay. So then Marcy is just like, so yeah, she was like, so my husband won't stop calling you, huh? She was like, well, your husband won't leave me alone either. And then she was like, oh, Kelly, I forgot to tell you, the other night I went over to Brad's office, and yeah, I freaked him. I did. And, ooh, it was good. And she was just like messing with Alex, right? She was just like, you know that thing he does. And then she was like, oh, you know what I'm talking about, so I don't even have to tell you. You know, she was just like, she was just putting it on, right? And so Alex is just standing there, and Kelly's trying to get Marcy to stop talking, and Marcy just is like going on and on. She's like, and I'm going to get it every chance that I can, you know? Like, she is just like going on and on. And finally, Alex just like storms out the house or whatever. And Kelly's just looking at and Marcy like, girl, she was like, why did you do that? And so Marcy's like, what, you on her side now? She's like, I'm not on anyone's side, but that's not helping the situation. It's not helping you. You need to not give her all of that dang power. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You don't need to do that. And then Marcy's like, well, I'm sorry, but I'm not sorry. Okay. Are you gonna go with me to look for apartments, and then we can go have some lunch? Because, you know, Marcy is just like, she's not over the situation clearly, because she's still living in the house. She said she's gonna go look for apartments. I hope when it comes back next season that she is in her own place. But I really kind of think that she's not going anywhere. You know what I'm saying? I think that she's just so hurt, and she just really wants Randall to like see her and see her hurt, but he's not seeing her hurt at all. Like, he is so wrapped up in his feelings for Alex that he can't see, you know what I'm saying, what he's doing to his wife, you know, and it's really sad. And like Kelly said, and you know what I'm saying, I'm hoping that Marcy, you know what I'm saying, just stop giving them all of that power, you know. But she's in the thick of it, and when you're in the thick of it, I've never been in that situation, but I can imagine, because, you know what I'm saying, I've been in some situations where I know I felt like I was wronged, and I know it took me a long time to get over it, and I did some petty things. So something like that, oh, yeah, I don't even know the levels that I was to. So yeah, I get it. I definitely get it. Anyways, so in the next scene, you see Lucian, he goes to the police station, because actually I forgot to say, like, in the scene with him and Natalie, like, the captain called him and was like, I need you to come in, internal affairs are going to come in or whatever. He tells Natalie that's like perfectly normal in cases like this. But we all know that the real or whatever. So anyway, so Lucian gets to the station or whatever. They all give him like a clap when he comes in. All the officers that are in that are at the station or whatever, and they're like, "You deserve this," and he's like, you know what I'm saying, trying to be all modest about it. So he goes into the captain's office, and the captain, basically, trying to do a little small talk in the beginning, and then he's like, "Look, is Eddie a dirty cop? That's what I need to know. Okay, just tell me that." And Lucian is just like, he don't want to be in the middle of it. And, he doesn't want, and then the captain is just like, look, we chose you because we know your record. We know you have a stellar record. You're one of the good guys. You know what I'm saying? And we have like this big old, like big ass encyclopedia, stacks of encyclopedias of complaints on Eddie, you know what I'm saying? And I want to hear from you. Is he a dirty cop? I need to know that before Internal Affairs gets here. I need you to talk to me first. You know what I'm saying? So it ends, like that conversation ends. So we don't know what Lucian actually does. It doesn't even go back to it for the rest of this episode, which I was like, But I kind of got the feeling that he's going to kind of stick up for Eddie, even though like at first he wanted to talk to the captain or whatever and tell him what was going down. But I think I just have this gut feeling that he's not going to. You know what I'm saying? I mean, what's done in the dark always comes to light anyway. So Eddie's gonna get his, as far as the police chief and you know what I'm saying, internal affairs or whatever. As far as that goes, he's gonna get his. But I don't think that Lucian is gonna add. He's gonna help them along. That's my gut feeling. But we'll see in season 3. Anyways, what's the next storyline? Alex is at her house. She's packing her bags, packing the kids' bags actually. She's in the kids' room. Look like she's in her daughter's room. I don't think they share rooms. I can't remember if I saw 2 beds in there. Anyway, so she's packing their clothes and they're like, where are we going? She's like, we're going to go visit grandma for a little bit. You know what I'm saying? We just need to get away. And she's like, and then the little boy's like, is dad coming? And she's like, no, we're just going to go. He's like, I don't want to go see grandma. I want to know what's going on. Like, they're like, look, are y'all getting divorced? Okay, we are in this family too. We may be children, but we see that something is not right, and we want to know what's going on, because we want to know where we're going to live. You know what I'm saying? They didn't say all that. But, the kids want to know, because kids, you know what I'm saying? You think the kids don't see things. Kids see things. They know that things are tense in the house. So, they were like, are you getting divorced or whatever? And she's like, come here, let me talk to you. So she sits down. She sits him down, like, or whatever. And she's just like, look. Mommy did something really, really bad, and Daddy is having a hard time forgiving her or whatever. And they're like, well, what did you do? And she's just like, I can't tell. She didn't say I can't tell you. She's just like, you won't understand, you know what I'm saying, until you're older. So, And then at this time, Brad is coming into the bedroom, and the little boy turns around and is like, you told me to forgive Jason, and you're not going to forgive Mommy. And she said, you're sorry. You told me that you're supposed to forgive people if they say they're sorry. And you know what I'm saying? It's supposed to be over. And you're just supposed to forgive them and move on or whatever. So I'm like, oh my God. Why did the little boy say that? Well, first of all, why did Brad say that to the little boy? You know what I'm saying? I know he was trying to soothe them in that episode or whatever. But I was just like, why did he say that to the little boy? Because now he's throwing it back in his face or whatever. But that's what us parents do. We try to tell our kids to do things that we probably wouldn't do ourselves. We try to make them good people. Anyway, so he's just like, this is a different situation. He's like, no, it's not a different situation, Dad. Because you said that you're supposed to forgive people if they say that they're sorry, okay? I personally, when somebody says they're sorry, I don't believe them. I think you need to show me that you're sorry. Like, you know what I'm saying? You say you can tell me that you are sorry, but I think you need to show me, like, in your actions. And I feel like Alex was not showing him in her actions that she was sorry all those times. Y'all remember, like, she's yelling at him, talking about, I'm not going to take this anymore, or how much longer are you going to punish me? Like, she was getting upset with him. Like, so clearly in her actions, to me, is not showing that she's sorry, right? I mean, that's how I'm taking it. But you know what I'm saying? Kids, you tell kids one thing and they just take you at your word. But I just knew that this was when Brad was gonna forgive her. I mean, I just knew it. And I just felt like this is when I got so disappointed in Brad right at this moment. Not necessarily disappointed, because I know he loves his wife and he doesn't want to give up his family. You know what I'm saying? You fight for your family. I mean, you know what I'm saying? But it's a TV show, and I just want, I want the drama. I want him to leave her. I just want him to do what I don't think people necessarily should do in the real world. Not necessarily like you shouldn't leave someone if they like go out and have a whole other family with somebody else, but you fight for your family. I mean, especially, you got a life together, so you fight for that, right? Anyways, so he's just like, look, I need to talk to your mom about alone. Can y'all like go outside in the bag and go play? So, you know what I'm saying, they leave, but he's like, you gotta forgive her, Dad. I just thought that was hilarious. Did y'all hear that? You gotta forgive her, Dad. That little boy is just something else, right? I don't know. He doesn't have that many lines, and when he does have them, his lines always sound angry, right? Anyway, so they leave out. He shuts the door, and he's just looking like, oh, so now you want to turn the kids against me? That's what you're trying to do? And she's like, look, no, I'm not trying to turn the kids against you, but I'm tired. I'm not going to let you do this. You slept with Mercy. I'm not going to let you do this to me. I'm not going to let you stick the knife in and just twist it and try to hurt me. And I'm just sitting here like, what? Are you crazy? Are these words really coming out of your mouth right now? Like, I mean, I was really thoroughly confused at her little statement that she was making. Like, are you serious, Alex, right now? But instead of him having the reaction that I would have had, he's like just looking like, if you're through, well then fine, I'm through. But you're not taking my kids about this house. That's not about to happen, right? So she just didn't. I mean, I think the fact that he didn't say like, oh, well, let's try and work it out. You know what I'm saying? He was just like, hey, you cool, you gonna roll up out of here, but you're not taking my kids, you know? She just broke down. She just went to him and started hugging him. Oh, I'm so sorry. Please don't do this to me. I'm so sorry. I just want to be back this way it was. Right? So he just kind of like pushes her, which shocked me a little bit. It did shock me a little bit. It shocked her too. And she's just like, you know, looking at him, and then she just storms out of the room crying or whatever. He cries a little bit, and then he goes outside. I'm not sure what he goes outside for, maybe just to get some air. But as he's going outside, he sees Mercy, and he goes over, and he's like, you know, just the woman I wanted to see. So he's like, why did you lie to them? And she's like, what are you talking about? And he's like, you know, so he tells her, like, why did you tell them that we slept together? Like, we didn't sleep together. You're just making things worse. And she's like, well, I just wanted them to hurt the way that we're hurting. You know what I'm saying? Didn't you enjoy the look on her face? You know, he's like, no, I didn't enjoy the look on her face. Now she's up there crying and she's sad. And he's like, and then Marcy's like, oh, so now, you know what I'm saying, you're defending her, you know, she's just, poor Mercy, you know what I'm saying, nobody's on her side but Kelly. And, you know, and she's just like, your wife is such a fool. She does not know what she has, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, she's just like, he's like, you know, no, she was like, don't you hate her? And he's like, love and hate can't reside in the same place. And I was like, wow, okay, that's a good line, right? Love and hate can't reside in the same place. But let me tell you, it's a very thin line. That motherfucker, you can teeter over that motherfucker real quick, okay? It's the serious truth though. Like, and it's not even I guess it's not even hate, but I mean, maybe what he said is true. Like, love and hate can't exist in the same place because no one can make you as angry as Mercy is unless you really care about, love them. You know what I mean? Like, just the ordinary everyday person is not going to make you that angry if they do something that you think, you know, they do something that you think has wronged you in some way or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So, clearly, so maybe what he said, I never thought about that. Have you ever heard that saying before? I've never heard that saying before, but that's a good saying, right? Love and hate can't exist in the same place. Yeah, I think it's true because I think that some people think that they hate the person that they love, or there be their spouse. I mean, there's different kinds of love. It could be your spouse, it could be your brother, your sister, your mother, whatever. You might think you hate them, but you can't have those strong emotions without having strong emotions. You know, like, wow, okay. So I like that little saying. I think I'll probably be thinking about that for another couple of weeks because that's just how I am. I obsess over little things like that, and then I want to apply it to my own life, and yeah, I don't know. But anyway, so Brandon's just like, you know what I'm saying? I just want to move on. I want to forgive her. And then Marcy's like, don't you know that baby is not even yours? And he's like, the baby is mine. And she kept a calendar, and I know because I saw the D's and F's that I got, so I know that. Like, I know that, you know what I'm saying, the days. And she told me when she's pregnant, I mean, how far along she is, so I already know. And she wants to see the calendar. He's like, no, Mercy, I'm not going to let you have the calendar. I'm not going to let you see this because it's just going to make things worse. You know what I mean? And I guess that's the difference between men and women, because a woman would have just handed it over and been like, here, like she did with all those emails and stuff, you know? But, I don't know. I think that you should know everything, right? If whatever you want to know, if somebody wrongs you and you want to forgive them, then you need to know everything there is to know so that you won't be surprised down the line. Because everything always comes out. It does at some point. You know, it just does. And you be in a good ass place and then the bullshit comes out, right? Anyway, so she's just like, you know what I'm saying? You can't be sure that that's your baby or whatever. And he's just like, look, I know it's not my baby because she kept the calendar, but I also know it's not my baby because this is my life. And I want my life to stay the way it is. I need my life to stay the way it was. And so I'm going to believe that this is my baby because I want my wife, I want my family, and I can't believe that it's going to be any other way. You know what I'm saying? And she's just like, oh my God, your wife is such a freaking fool. You know what I'm saying? Like, how could she do this to you? You know, she's just, you know, and I'm like, oh my God, Brad, are you serious? Like, wow. I don't know. Is there a lot of men out there like that? I don't know, because I don't really know any women that, like, go around cheating on their men and getting pregnant and stuff, so I don't know if this is normal or not. Like, I can't even say. Anyway, so I don't even know any men that have, like, had babies on their wives or anything, do I? So, yeah, I don't know if this is normal or not, but I'm leaning towards not. Anyway, so the next scene, you see Eddie, old tired ass. He goes to Esperanza's house, right? He's like all broken down. She's like, what are you doing at the hospital? You need to be resting or whatever. And he's like, I just need to see Mika. And Mika is their daughter. He's like, I just need to see Mika. I just need to see her. I just need to see her. Oh my God, can you go get her from school? I need to see her. He comes in and he's just like boo-hoo crying. Like, I messed up. I don't know how I became this person. You know what I'm saying? Like, he was like, I think I have a cocaine problem and I need help. But I'm just in this and I don't know how to get out. He was like, I know that he was like, I've been like shot at before. He's like, but no one has ever like actually came at me. Like, it's never been like this. And he's like, it's out of control. I don't know what to do. You know what I'm saying? And he's just like reflecting on his whole entire life. You know, he's just like, I love you. You love me. And, you know, he's just like, all you ever did was love me and I left you. How could I do that to you? And he's just like, I don't know how I turned into this person, you know, and he was just like, I'm so sorry. He's like, I just need to see my daughter. I just want to see my daughter, whatever. And she's just like, look, you just need to rest. You know, I will see her when she gets out of school. We'll see Mika when she gets out of school. You know, you just need to rest right now. And he's like, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. He was like, he was like, I love you, or whatever. And she's just sitting there looking at him, you know. And I'm just like, yeah, death would do that to you, right? Almost death would do that, right? Because he getting real reflective, right? He's just like, look, he's like confessing and all of that. Hold on, I'm thirsty. Anyways, he's just like, you know, I don't know. Like, I didn't feel sorry for him in this scene. Did you guys feel bad for him in this scene? I felt more bad when he got shot. But in this scene, I didn't really feel bad. Because it's just like, well, you shouldn't have did it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you had her, you lost her. You decided to be a crooked cop. And now you're in it. You know what I mean? I did not feel bad for him in this scene. So, it is what it is. We shall see what happens with that in season 3. Anyway, so when you go to the next scene, you see Alex. She is like having early contractions. She's basically in full-blown labor. You know what I'm saying? She's having contractions. She goes downstairs. I think she was going to try to drive herself to the hospital. I think that's what she was doing because she like grabbed her purse. And then she went outside and she's like doubled over in pain. And of course, who's in the driveway but Randall? he like rushes over and like grabs her and picks her up and carries her to his car, and all this time she's just like, no, I don't want to go with you, I don't want to go with you, leave me alone. And he's just like, get in the car, get in the car. So he's like trying to rush her to the hospital. He's like, what's your doctor's name? He calls the doctor or whatever, and she's just like, I don't want you there, I don't want you there, where is Brad, you should not be there, I don't want you, you know what I'm saying? And you know, he's just basically, you know, doing what anybody would do. You know, he's trying to get her to the hospital. Clearly she's in labor, you know, or something is going on, you know. So he's like rushing her to the hospital. He talks to the doctor on the phone to go to the emergency room, get her to the emergency room or whatever. So you see him sitting in the ER. So I guess, you know, Alex is, you know, back with the doctors or whatever. Clearly she was in labor. She was bleeding. Everything was going on. You know what I'm saying? Like, she's contraction, she was bleeding. So hopefully she wasn't losing the baby. You know what I mean? So I took it to be that she was in, you know, about to have the baby. So he's sitting in the hospital room, and not the hospital room, but like the waiting room. And Esperanza, Kelly, and Natalie come in, and they like go over to him, and Kelly is like, you need to go. Why are you even here? You don't even need to be here right now, okay? Do you know what Brad will do to you if he sees you? And he's just sitting there like, I'm not going anywhere. She's like, you need to go right now. Like, she gets all up in his face. She was like, you know, Kelly wasn't having it. Because Kelly was like, look, I already dealt with these motherfuckers earlier today. You know what I'm saying? And I see how you got both of my friends with their emotions all high or whatever. Like, you know what I'm saying? You need to leave her alone, okay? She's trying to end this with you. Let her end it and just go home, okay? And figure out what you're gonna do with your wife. Like, you know what I'm saying? She's just like, you need to go. She didn't say all that, but that's what I'm saying. So he finally gets up and leaves, and Natalie's like, he must really love her or whatever. And then old girl's like, it ain't even about that. You know what I'm saying? He shouldn't even be here. So then at this time, the doctor comes out, and the doctor is like, you know, she's okay. She had a boy. The baby is healthy. She's fine. And then she's like, well, where is Brad? And then they're like, you know, he's on his way. She's like, well, can you please have him come see me before he goes to see the baby? We just need to chit chat a little bit. So they're like, is everything okay with the baby? Doctor's like, the baby is okay. I just need to talk to Brad when he gets here. Please let him know to come talk to me when he gets here. So they're like, okay. But they decide, when the doctor walks away, they're all like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. Because like they know that because the doctor said that this baby is black. Okay? Like, you know when a black baby come out. I don't care. Like, because you know babies are like when they come out. But you can tell a black baby when they come out. Okay? So they're like, where are the babies? Oh my God, where is the nursery? So they go around to the nursery, which is so fake, right? Because everybody knows that once you have a baby, they don't just take it straight to the nursery. They got to clean the baby up. They got to do a lot of different things to the baby, whatever. You know what I'm saying? So anyways, I guess it had been hours. But anyways, that is not even important right now. What's important is that when they get to that dang nursery and they're peeking through the window, they're like, which one is it? Which one is it? And they see the name tag. This baby is black. Oh my God, the baby is black. Now, so they're sitting there like, oh my God, how are we going to tell Brad? So in this time, they're like, Brad comes around. You know, he done made it to the hospital. So he comes in and then, you know, into the nursery part where they were, because they were supposed to be sitting in the front to stop him, you know what I'm saying, from going in the back. You know what I'm saying? So that he could go and talk to the doctor first. But instead of doing that, they had to rush back to the nursery to be nosy instead of being on the lookout for Brad, knowing he was going to be there in a minute. But anyways, so he comes around the corner, right? And he's like, you don't know how you're going to tell me what? And that's how it goes off. That's how it goes off, y'all. Oh my God. So what do you think? I think that they were looking at the wrong baby. I just feel like that's how it's gonna come back. I don't know. I'm always like got this little twist at the end in my mind. Like it's always supposed to be like a twist. But I feel like when it comes back, it's going to be the wrong baby that they were looking at. I don't know. And I'm gonna feel like the doctor just wanted to talk to him about, you know what I'm saying, couples counseling and things like that, because, you know, she had the baby early, so maybe it was just a lot of stress or whatever. I just don't think that. At first, I was like, okay, I think it's Randall's baby, but now I'm like, I don't. Just because of the way that happened and the way that they left it off, but is it really? I mean, because they were looking at the wrong baby, not necessarily because. I mean, I know they were all newborns, but I just feel like, you know what I'm saying, the writers are trying to trick us. You know, that's what I feel. I say all that to say that. Like, I feel like it's just some kind of, I don't know. But we'll see. I kind of want it to be Randall's baby, though. I just want drama. I just love it. That's why I love this show. I love it. Oh, my God, because I used to love watching daytime soaps, where I used to watch all the soaps that came on CBS. Young and the Restless, Bold and Beautiful, As the World Turns, Guiding Light. But when I became, you know, really started, I used to watch it when I was like a teenager, I think. As a kid, like my grandma would watch those soap operas. And then as a teenager, like when I was away at school, and I would watch it. But then as I became an adult, I wasn't able to watch it as much because I had to work, which kind of sucks, right? But I was still trying to keep up with Young and the Restless on the soap channel because, you know, it came on at night. And then I stopped watching it, but I am loving my nighttime soap opera of If Loving You Is Wrong. And I'm going to miss it this summer. Oh my God, I know what I'm going to do. I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to watch Mistresses. Mistresses will be back next month, and I'm excited about that. That's just my summertime, that is my summertime guilty pleasure. It's definitely Mistresses. I watched the last 2 seasons. This is the 3rd season. I don't know if y'all watch it, but I watch it. And you remember, in the last season, the chick was getting it on the beach during her supposed wedding with her sister's ex-husband. So I'm looking forward to that coming back next week. Actually, yeah, June is next week, but I'm not sure exactly what day in June is coming back, but I will be blogging about that. But yeah, so that's it, and that is all for If Loving You Is Wrong. Season 2 is over. Oh my God, it's just leaving me wanting more, but I guess we'll have to wait maybe until what, September, I think, October, when it comes back. I'm definitely looking forward to it, and I know it's gonna be even more juicy than it was this season. But until next time, stay real, stay safe, and stay tuned to Mika Chanel Is Just Saying. Bye bye.